Third concept you better understand. Most of you first-timers are probably trying to figure out how to make a deal to make a film. And you keep wanting to take classes about financing and deal-making on how does Hollywood work to finance you to make a feature film. I'll give you the information. The phrase is first make a film, then you'll make a deal. You guys are trying to put the cart before the horse. You're trying to figure out how to make a deal to make a film. It won't happen. First, you got to be what you say you are, an independent filmmaker, get your own money, make a film. And if you demonstrated your talent, and it is amazing talent, not just that you got it done, then we'll come to you on your second film to make a deal with you. And maybe we'll even come to buy your first film to make a deal with you. But we're not going to finance your first film. Hollywood doesn't finance people's first thoughts when you really don't even know how to buy film stock. I haven't taught you yet. So how do you get $20 million to make a feature film? Here's how Hollywood works. There are only about 7 companies in the entire world, and they're actually called the major studios, and they're all here in Los Angeles County: Warner Brothers, Paramount, 20th Century, MCA, Universal, Buena Vista, Disney. And if you want $20 million from them to make a feature film, here's all they ask you to do. First, go out and make an excellent $2 million feature. Get your opening title credit, single title card. Get that film out in the industry, and it makes a lot of money. Who in this room on Monday can write a check for $2 million and cash it? So you're not going to start there. So stop talking about a $2 million low budget. That's an amazing amount of money. So how do you get $2 million? Well, there are about 20 companies, distributors, called the mini majors, that when they combine with a paid cable network or a video distributor or a foreign sale agent, will get you $2 million to make a feature film. Here's all they ask you to do if you want $2 million from them. First, go out and make an excellent $200,000 feature. Get your opening title credit, single title card, get it out there. I bet you there are 1 or 2 of you in this room that are either wealthy enough or can get a group of investors together and sell 20 units at $10,000 each and raise $200,000. Then what you'll probably do is what we call a $1 million feature, although we make them for $200,000, and it's a 35 millimeter film, 3-week shoot, working with one guild, SAG, on a limited exhibition agreement on a 6-to-1 shooting ratio. By the way, I'll teach you all those nuts and bolts in the other lessons coming up. Now, of the 40 of you, 2 of you can start at $200,000. Now, of the other 38 of you in the room, how do you get $200,000? Make a $20,000 feature. You getting the concept? Isn't it not difficult? First, make a film, then you'll make a deal. You want $20 million? Make a $2 million feature. You want $2 million? Make a $200,000 feature. You want $200,000? Make a $20,000 feature. That's where everybody starts. You start at the bottom. Film schools seem to put out there, start at the middle. And of course there's one fairy tale every year which fuels everybody, but it's not reality, guys. It's a fairy tale. Play lotto. The odds are better, I think, on that one. So what I'm going to be teaching you today is how to make your first feature film in the cash budget range where you're going to be at, which is $20,000 to $200,000. That's where everybody starts their first feature film. We'll get to that in a couple lessons from now. So we got down there. Next, bottom line. Here's what every one of you want to do. You all want to be rich and famous, don't you? So here are the 7 things it takes to be rich and famous. Number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Number 7, least important thing it takes to be rich and famous in the film industry. Least important of the important traits. Talent. Let's cut right to the chase right now. Anybody in the room with no talent? Who has no talent? Whose shoes are on the wrong feet and they're not even tied? Who has no talent? So you get this? I'm not going to spend. You want me to spend an hour, 5 hours giving you baby talk, rah-rah, about talent, heart, passion, all that rah-rah stuff that they do at film schools for 18-year-olds who can't make their beds? I didn't say talent is important. It's important. By far, the most important thing is, number 1, script. 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 Anybody hear that? Did you hear me say the word treatment, outline, concept, marketing plan, poster? I said the word script. Screenplay. 90 to 120 pages, done. And there are only 2 types of scripts that come to Hollywood. And don't anybody waste my earlobes with some dribble that you wrote the script and you've got some wonderful feedback. There's no such thing as wonderful feedback. Did the person that read the script buy it, finance it, fund it, purchase it, or option it. Did they? No? Then it stinks. I'm sorry if I'm the one that's got to tell you the information so you can move on with your life. You wrote your script, and if you gave it to somebody in the industry that has the ability to finance something, and if they love it, they will purchase it, finance it, fund it, or option it. But if they don't, they're not going to be rude like I'm sort of being rude right now to you and say it stinks. And they can't tell you why. They're just going to say, it's a really good story, I really like it, it's a wonderful outline, it's set up really well, but here's the killer line. Act 2 is a little weak. Act 2, that means there's no story. Act 2 is a little weak. Script is by far the most important thing. We'll spend an entire lesson, the next lesson, on getting the great script. And it's not that expensive to do, but it's not guaranteed. Getting the great script is the most important thing. Let's get into marketing. There are two things we market in the film industry, names and budgets.